Before we start this video test, let's take this thing out for a little night spin. Not only creamed one rattlesnake, got two rattlesnakes. Dinner time, baby. Did he just move? Yep, I'm out of here. When Honda told me they were sending me a Civic to drive, I didn't get too excited because after a month of driving economy cars and hybrids, I wanted something with a bit of guts under the hood. But when I looked at my driveway and saw what they brought, I got very excited because this isn't a regular Civic. It's the much coveted Si edition. Under the hood we get a sophisticated 2.4 liter engine, screaming up to 7,000 RPM, putting out 205 horsepower in the process. The only transmission offered is a slick 6-speed manual with a very light clutch. The Si has an VTEC decal on the door, so all your neighbors will know you forked up money for the top-of-the-line model. And this little souped-up car wouldn't be the same without this rear spoiler. And in this case, topped off with a super bright orange paint job, so everybody will see you coming and going. And they're likely to see you going from this angle because this vehicle is pretty brisk. It does move out. These are some fancy looking headlights, so we're going to take these out tonight and see how they work. And we're going to do that right now. Here are the low beams from a distance of 100 feet, and the high beams, more than adequate light. Here are the high beams at 300 feet, more than adequate again, and the low beams just barely reach the building. Here's a look at the modern dash from the back seat. With the Si, you get some custom two-tone seats, by the way, that are very comfortable. The dash has the typical Honda spaceship look, but it's easy to read. No complaints, really. A decent-sized glove box. Center console. The climate control system is easy to use thanks to real knobs. I give very high marks for this climate control system, by the way, because as you can see, it's 107 degrees outside, but I'm nice and cool in here. A very good system. Unfortunately, the knob thing doesn't carry over to the stereo navigation system. And this is one flaw in Hondas. They have the worst audio controls on the planet. For example, here's the volume, this stinky little thing you touch with your finger. It's hard enough to do sitting, driving, bouncing around. It's extra hard. What's wrong with the knob, folks? This whole system is silly here. There is a decent sized trunk. And we do get a spare tire. Before we continue testing the car, there's something about this transmission you really need to know. Now, many years ago, cars came mainly with 4-speed transmissions. So at the freeway, doing 75 miles per hour, you'd be running this, around 3,000 RPM. Now today, 6-speed transmissions with overdrive are common, so when you're on the freeway doing 75 miles per hour, your tachometer is going to be reading low, around 2,000 RPM. So in the Honda Civic Si, why is it I'm doing 75 miles per hour, but the RPMs are way up there, around 3,200 to be exact? That's because in the Si model, the 5th and 6th gears are not overdrive. They're street racing gears. This not only explains the high 3,200 RPM we're seeing at freeway speeds, it also explains the low, at least for Honda Civic, fuel economy rating of 22 in the city and 31 on the highway. With a taller 6th gear, I'm sure we'd see like 35, 36 mpg, but that's not going to happen on this particular car. Now, some of the so-called Honda experts on social media will tell you that these high RPMs we're looking at on the freeway will cause excess engine wear. Don't pay any attention to them. This engine's made by Honda, and Honda engines last forever. So forget about the RPMs and concentrate more about enjoying the car. Besides, with this gearing, you get great acceleration. This car had a camera mounted on the right passenger side mirror. Activating your turn signal activates the camera and allows you to see what's on the side of you, right here on your dash. For those interested in real-world fuel economy, we just did a 38-mile trip with the cruise set at 74 miles per hour, 29.8 mpg, using premium fuel, which is required. I think that's the best we're going to see on this. I've noticed that many Honda owners love gadgets, so here's a gadget for you, the Honda Power Monitor. Not sure what good it does, but it's fun to look at. Many of the car publications say this SI can do 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.8 seconds. I didn't try it for two reasons. Number one, this isn't a drag race car. It's a street car. 0 to 60 doesn't mean that much. And secondly, it takes 3 shifts to get to 60 with this manual gearbox, which gives a misleading time in regards to performance. Just trust me when I tell you this car is plenty quick for its size. This is where the Honda SI is at its best, on a back tight country road where that high winding 7,000 RPM engine, 6-speed manual gearbox, and balanced suspension can be put to work, as well as the excellent brakes. Just in case a mountain lion pops out. The base Honda Civic with this 143 horsepower economy engine and 39 mpg starts around $18,000. If you want to move up to the SI model, it's $25,400, but that includes everything. There were no options. It comes fully loaded this way. That's a price anyone can afford, and of course, since it's a Honda, it's going to be running for a long, long time. If I'm going to do the scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it 9.5. If you're interested in a Honda, but a little tight for money, we have a video of the Honda Fit we just did. Here's the link for that video right now.